You're listening to the Art Cityscape. Hi everyone, you're listening to a bonus episode of the Art Cityscape podcast. This episode features Mayor Matt Packard and Stacey Child, the Director of Parks and Recreation for the city, discussing Art City Days and what you and your family can look forward to at this year's festivities. Without further ado, here's that conversation.
Well, we'd like to welcome you to our podcast today. We have Stacey Child, who is here from the city, and I'm going to let her introduce herself, but we're going to talk a little bit about Art City Days, which is coming up in a couple weeks, and we want to be able to take the time to be able to inform our citizens about the many activities that are going on. So, Stacey, why don't you just take a moment and just introduce yourself to the citizens and tell a little bit about your title and what you do. You're brand new to the position, but you have lots of responsibility. So why don't you tell them a little bit about it?
So I am the new Parks and Recreation Director for Springville City. That involves parks and all of recreation, sports and classes, also the rec center, the Clyde Recreation Center, and the senior center. So we're going to stay pretty busy in our department this year.
Yeah, you have a lot going on.
We do.
Yeah. So tell the citizens a little bit about your involvement with Art City Days. Where are you over Art City Days? Is there a committee that's in charge of Art City Days? Just talk with them a little bit about the mechanics of how we involve citizens, how there's a committee, and where you tie in with them.
Okay, so our department is over all of everything happening for Art City Days, but we can't do it without a committee. And so we have a great committee. It's the Art City Days committee. We have a chairperson that actually has been there for 9 years. Heidi Money, and she had co-chaired with her husband, Patrick, and Patrick now works for the city. So Heidi is our chairperson. And then we have just a great committee, and that also involves staff from the police department, as well as the recreation department and our facilities department. We've got, and then just a lot of great citizens, and anybody is welcome to get involved. We're always looking for volunteers that can help. And in each of the areas in Art City Days, there are a lot of volunteers that make it happen. So we really couldn't have this without the volunteers.
So as a side note, if a citizen wants to be involved in a particular activity or some sort of something that's going on during Art City Days, or really anything in the city, would they get in touch with you, or how would that process work?
So yes, they could actually call our office and let us know that they're interested, and then we would let them know what's going on and some opportunities to volunteer.
Great. Well, obviously you have athletics, you have Art City Days, you have many activities that go on. In fact, the new one I think that was done in December that you kind of did the inaugural was the Santa one, the Santa House. So
yes, our holiday festival.
That's great.
It was great, and that took a lot of volunteers, really great volunteers, to make it happen.
Oh, wonderful. Well, let's talk a little bit about Art City Days. That's coming up, like I mentioned, just in a few days. So why don't you talk a little bit about some of the activities, maybe talk about things that are very popular, that lots of people get involved in, and others that maybe aren't as popular, things that maybe are your favorite activities, or things that do take an awful lot of effort and energy for people to get involved in. So.
Wow, there's a lot.
There is
we have a lot going on.
It's
a great week. Well, we actually will kick it off this year on June 4th, Saturday, June 4th. And we kick that off with a run. And this year we actually have a new run. We're going to do a color run. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about it. We've been working really hard to get it all organized. And with this color run, what happens is you get to come, and as you go through the stations, different stations, you'll have color. We'll have color chalk that will be put on your shirt as you run through.
Oh, wow.
So different colors with each station. So you kind of become a canvas, right? The run shirts the race shirts are white. So by the time you're done, you'll have a work of art. Oh, wow. And it'll be great. The finish line will have more color. And it's just going to be I just think a really fun run. It's a 5K. It's for everybody, family, anywhere from 0 on up to 105. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. There'll be music, there'll be food, there'll be lots of prizes. So I think it's just going to be a really fun thing for the community. And then that same day we have the Celebrarte, and that will also be at the Arts Park. And that begins at 3:00 and will go until 10. We also have our rodeo that night. And so really excited for that. That
busy Saturday.
Yes, it's a busy Saturday, but a great way to kick off the week. So really excited. The rodeo, it fills up fast, but it's a lot of fun. So I know there's been a lot of work going into that as well to get it ready. And we've got a great, I think it'll be a great show that night. Then we start throughout the week. We have just some really fun things. And we have, I'm trying to remember everything. I don't want to miss anything. We've got our medallion treasure hunt, and that's Monday through Friday. And you can get online, and there's a treasure hunt. And so there's different clues, and everybody can search for this medallion. And we have the I Spy photo event, which is also online, and you can get clues online for that. And we take pictures throughout the community, and then people try to find where those photos are.
Oh, how fun.
So that's a really fun event as well that anybody can get involved in.
Is that a popular activity? Is that something that maybe not as many people know about?
Yes, not very many people. Well, I think a lot of people know, but I think a lot more people could know. And I think it's really fun. Everybody can get involved. Families can get involved, individuals can get involved. So I think it's a fun event, and it goes all week.
Great.
So you can jump online anytime and get the clues.
That's wonderful.
That one's really fun. Then we also, Monday evening, we have our free movie in the park. Right. That's at the Arts Park as well. And this year it's going to be Encanto. So that'll be a really fun movie. Then we're going to jump into our carnival that begins on Wednesday. Begins Wednesday evening and goes through Saturday evening. And with that carnival, we have our vendors in the park. And this year we also have a fun thing. It's new. It's called the Magical Fantasy Fest. And that will also be located kind of close to the fire department, fire station. That'll be kind of a fun new thing that we're adding to the vendors. So that'll be a fun event. Lots of stuff, lots of crafts, lots of great food. Of course, we've got the scones, and that's one of my favorite parts is just all the fun food at our city days. I love it.
And it's all down here at the city center.
It's
just a huge collection of people and events and vendors. That's great.
You can try something new every day, twice a day if you want.
That's great.
I love it. Then we've got Thursday, we've got our Funorama, and that one's back up at the Arts Park. And that one's really fun. It's for, kids 3 to 12, lots of big blow-ups and face painting and just fun things for the kids. And that one starts at 10 o'clock, 10 until 2. So that one's just a really fun event. It's only $5 to get in. So a great way to spend the afternoon. And there'll also be food trucks up there. So you can get up there, go up there, play and have lunch. Then on Friday, we've got our quilt show will start. And that one that's located just behind the museum.
Right.
We also have our children's parade. We kick Friday off with our children's parade.
That's right. What time is that?
That one begins at 10 a.m. And then right after the children's parade, we also have our Children's Arts Festival. Right. And that's at the Art Museum. And that is so fun. Lots of fun events for the kids, lots of opportunities to do art and be introduced to art, storytelling. I went to the storytelling last year and it was awesome. So that's a really fun one to make sure that you stop in to see. And then I hope I'm not missing anything. We've got so many other events. Also Friday night. Let's jump back to Friday morning, early morning, Friday morning. We actually have our balloon festival, and that's at Art City School. And last year, that's the first time that we've flown from there, and it's great because there's not as much wind, and so the opportunity to be able to launch is a lot better.
They did it behind the old junior high school for a number of years, and now they moved over. So
and they found that wind comes in, and a lot of times they can't fly as much at Art City or over at the junior high. So when they moved to Art City School, then it's been a lot. Last year was great. They were able to go up both days, and there's opportunities to go and just be able to go up for a minute and then go back down. And those rides are free.
So they do take
They have
people
a tether.
up.
Yep, there's a tether, and so and it's really fun. So everybody can get an opportunity to fly if they'd like, just to go up a little ways and then they come back down. But it's great.
So there's not a big chance of them going up in the balloon and ending up in Wendover.
No, it's tied to the ground. It's very secure to the ground,
great.
so
That's
nobody's
great.
going to Wendover. And that'll be that event's super fun. And with that, last year we added a balloon glow. And this is really cool. It's on Friday night. It's down at Meadowbrook Elementary, which is right across from the Clyde Recreation Center. Right. And so the balloons, they just glow it's in the evening, it's dark, so the balloons glow, and it's all set to music. And with that, the Clyde Recreation Center has an all aglow event. So you can go to the rec center, and they have glow things that you get to wear in the pool, and they've got the pools glowing, and then we have a family dance the same time as the glow's going on. Gosh. So in the parking lot, there's a family dance. And we were so surprised last year. We think we ended up with about 5,000 people between the glow and the dance.
My gosh.
And it was a lot of fun. Yeah. And just so fun. Everybody dancing just out kind of in the parking lot, and just a really fun night.
Fun.
So that's a really fun evening. And then we jump into Saturday morning, and we've got donuts at the I think it's donuts and drinks at the fireman station. Friday, the day before, we'll have a breakfast, and then Saturday they have donuts and drinks with the firemen. Okay. So, and that's kind of new. We had COVID last year, and they didn't have a breakfast. So this year they're going to have the breakfast on Friday and donuts and drinks on Saturday.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So kind of grab and go.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then we'll have another, the balloons will fly that morning as well, bright and early. And then
same location.
Mm-hmm. Same thing. You'd be able to do a tether if you'd like. Mm-hmm. If you want to come down and have an opportunity to have a balloon ride, you can do that. And then we jump into our grand parade, which will be, it's always awesome, right? Mm-hmm. We're really excited for the grand parade. And
the kids need to know they can get sugared up there.
Absolutely, they can get sugared up at the parade.
That's right.
As long as
it's thrown out into the
we're not, but no throwing in the parade.
Well, but to get the candy,
there is candy involved, right? So the goal is to get the candy away from the vehicles. We strongly suggest that people giving candy out, that they, walk. They have walkers that can distribute the candy and be able to, either hand off the candy or be close enough that we don't have any children running into the streets. So we want to keep everybody safe and make sure grandmas aren't getting hit with candy, or any small children, any babies getting whacked with a piece of candy.
Some people have asked questions about that, and it has to do all with safety and making sure, because kids, once they see candy, they're going to run out and not think about what some of the dangers are with some of the horses or some of the vehicles that are going by. So there will be candy, but it'll be,
there'll be
distributed out,
distributed safely.
Carefully.
Yes, very carefully. That's our goal. We just are. Safety is our number one goal, of course.
Absolutely.
So we want to keep people safe.
That's great.
So lots of candy there, though. You can get candy and like you said, sugared up at the parade.
And that starts at 10 o'clock.
10 a.m., yes. And it'll run down 4th South and then across Main Street. And then it will finish up around 2nd North.
Oh, wonderful. Great. That's great. That's great. That's a big event.
It is a big event.
There's just thousands of people along the parade route.
So. It's so great. It's so great to see all the community out for that. I love when everybody comes together for an event.
But then there's more.
Lots more on Saturday. Yeah. Of course, we have the carnival and the vendors, all the crafts, all the food still going on at the city civic center. And then we have the duct tape regatta. And last year was my first experience with it. Uh-huh. It is so much fun. So groups have the opportunity. We go up to Bartholomew Park at the pond, and groups have opportunity to build a paddleboard or a boat out of cardboard and duct tape. That's all they get, a piece of cardboard and duct tape. And so they put that together. I think we only give them like 20 or 30 minutes to put it together. Yeah. And then they get to race those. And there are some great prizes for the winners. So that's really fun. It's just fun to go walk watch. Even if you're not involved with making the boat or paddle boards, it's just really a good time to go watch.
Isn't that fun?
That's so fun.
That's great.
Love it. And then that evening, we'll finish off with our big concert. It's free. It's at the Arts Park. And that one's going to be really fun. It's Bohemian Queen this year.
Oh, wow.
So I think it's going to be a really fun concert. Looking forward to that. And at the end of the night, we have fireworks. We have a great fireworks show planned.
Oh, wow.
So, and that's it. That's the
Wow.
week.
Is that all?
That's all. It'll be so fun.
Well, I know that there's other activities that are throughout, and where is it that citizens can find the actual schedule? Is it on our website, on the city website?
It is on the city website. And so if they go to our city website, they can access it through our recreation. And then there's a calendar there that's Art City Days that'll have all of the events that are going on during the week. And so they can check it out there. Also, we'll be making sure that we have social media going out, reminding everybody about it. So, but for citizens now, I think it's important to kind of take a look at the calendar and decide if there's anything that you want to register for. Make sure you get registered. Right now, our registration is going on for the race, for our color run. So we want to make people, aware that they need to get registered for it, so we can make sure we have a T-shirt for them, and
That's great.
it'll be fun. And I need to point out though, with the race, that you don't necessarily have to get chalk all over you. We'll have a special lane for those that don't want to get colored. So just in case.
Well, there's just so much that's going on, and you can tell. I hope the citizens can understand that, with all of these activities, it just takes a tremendous amount of volunteer work of people behind the scenes making things happen. Absolutely. And it's just incredible credit to those people that are behind the scenes making it all happen. And as I listen to the activities, as I've gone through the activities, it's really, there's a tremendous amount of family involvement, your kids' involvement, to be able to help them be able to participate and enjoy a great family week of activities for the citizens. So.
Absolutely. I think what's really fun too, and a huge tribute to our City Days itself and the tradition, is there's so many people they schedule their family vacations and their vacations to come home, during that week, because it's pretty special. And there is just a huge part of a sense of community and just opportunities to see each other and be a part of something big.
It is. Last question. What's your favorite?
Oh, that's really hard.
Is there something that you enjoy maybe more than that you just don't want to miss?
Oh, wow. That's pretty hard.
Yeah.
That's really hard because I don't want to miss any of it. I like to be everywhere, and I always have. I grew up in Springville, and so Art City Days has always been a big part of my life and my family's life. And so, of course, we've always just wanted to make it to everything. I would say, oh, wow. I'm a runner, so I'm excited about the color run.
Okay.
But it's new this year, so I'm hoping that it's all that we're hoping it will be. But also, I think, the balloon glow, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
It was, like I said, last year was our first year, but I wouldn't want to miss that because it's pretty neat to see, and it's just a really fun evening, to be out dancing and have all the things going on at the Clyde Recreation Center.
Well, you're not going to get sleep for a week.
No sleep for me. No, I will. How about you, Mayor? Do you have a favorite?
Well, I don't know that I have a particular favorite, but I've always loved the balloons. I love to be able to see the balloons that are floating around the city, and it's just always fun to see. And it's beautiful to watch them in the morning. But
absolutely.
Just overall, it's such a great opportunity for citizens to celebrate, and we hope that people feel through this experience not only the closeness of Springville, but the closeness with their family and be able to participate. So,
absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. That's great.
We're so excited. I'm so excited for this week to happen.
That's great. Well, thanks again.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. There was a lot of good information there. Remember, if you're looking for any details on any Art City Days events or activities, if you want to know about times and places and registration and things along those lines, visit springville.org. There's a card on the homepage called Art City Days that contains all of that information. Also, as we go along, we'll be updating social media and telling you about the events that are coming up and are happening, so look out for that. Do you have a friend who's new to Springville or never knows what's going on in the city? Please tell them about this podcast and about our social media accounts, both on Facebook and Instagram. We're doing the best we can to reach our residents in a variety of ways, and sharing these resources will help you and your friends to know everything you need to know about Art City. Thanks so much to Mayor Matt Packard and Stacey Child for their help with this episode. We hope that you have a fantastic time at Art City Days this year.